So today I thought I would do a video to explain and let you guys know a little bit more about me. So I'm going to do the 50 random facts tag, but I wasn't tagged or anything. It's just for you guys to get to know me a little bit better outside my tutorials. So let's get started. I am named after the actress Lauren Bacall. I have one dog and one cat. The dog's name is Benjamin Linus and the cat's name is Bellamoo with the hyphen. I am a sucker for romantic things. I am a sucker for romantic things to be done to me, and I am a sucker for doing romantic things. I probably should have been a boy. One time for homecoming back in high school, I asked my best friend to go to homecoming with me because he was rejected or something happened where he couldn't go with a certain girl he wanted to. So what I did is I got our group of friends to do a scavenger hunt for him, and he had to go through various towns like close to ours and go to stores, and I spoke with the people, like the managers at stores, and set up all my clues, and each friend of mine would take him to their destination, make sure he got the clue okay, hand him off to the next person. And so it was a big one. We were at Borders and Meijer and Steak and Shake and just a bunch of places, and he ended up at a little pond near my house, and I was on the hill and he was on the bottom, and I had balloons and I had a poster and I had a little fish tank with fish in it, a fake fish, that I had won because I'm really good at the claw grabby thingies. And I asked him to go to homecoming with me, saying there are plenty of fish in the sea, but how about you choose me to go to homecoming? And he said yes. So that was just one thing that I did. When I was younger, I would call myself Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and I would insist that everyone had to call me Ariel and I wouldn't respond to Lauren. My favorite video game to play is Crash Bandicoot. I took piano lessons for 3 years. If I had to choose one food to live with, it would probably be bananas. Whenever I see an animal like in a car or something, I always go up to it and tell it how much I love them in a baby voice, because I'm not sure if they know that they're loved. And if I see a squirrel or a bunny or anything, I always jump up and I go, oh my gosh, I love you. It's really weird, but that's just how I feel. Back in grade school, when we had to do like popcorn reading and out of the textbook, I got super nervous, and that's like one of my biggest fears is cold reading, especially when someone else has the actual like text that I'm reading, because I'm always thinking, oh no, I'm not reading it fast enough, I'm saying the words wrong, and I always mess up. Which is funny because I actually was on the speech team in college for 2 years, and me and my partner were in an event for, it was the acting side of speaking, and we actually got silver at the national awards, so technically I am a national award winner for public speaking. Who would have thought? Favorite superhero? Batman. I have always been an artist, and I have been drawing since I could hold a pencil. It wasn't until a few years ago that I actually got involved in watercolors. So here are some of my work. Around 6 months ago, I gave up eating meat, dairy, and eggs cold turkey. I do not plan to go back at this point in my life. I absolutely hate chocolate. When I want to do something or when I want something, I have to have it then and there. So when I'm in the cleaning mood, no one will see me for a few days because I'll be in my room, not just picking up clothes, I'll be actually thoroughly cleaning, dusting, and throwing out stuff I hadn't seen in ages, but I literally have to get it done then and there. My favorite smell and flower is lilacs. My favorite season is autumn, and I think that has to do because Halloween is probably the greatest holiday ever. I am absolutely horrible at math. In college, I took a women's history class because I needed to get history done with, and American history is very boring to me, so I was like, I'm a woman, I'll take women's history. And since then, I learned a lot about myself that I never knew, and I am so surprised about the ignorance I was living in, I guess you could say, and I kind of felt like I woke up for the first time in my life, and I am now a proud feminist, and I truly believe in equality for all genders and races, and I just really support that. And it's been a really fun struggle and achievement in my life, so yes. My favorite band in the world is Mumford & Sons. I have an extreme phobia to spiders. It's kind of funny, I guess you could say, but every time I see a spider, I get a panic attack and I cry for about 20 minutes, I hyperventilate, it gets pretty bad. At times, I've been able to overcome it. I do have a video of me recording one in the bathroom as it chased me. So that is proof that they are out to get me. One time I found a spider under my pillow. It traumatized me. I have still not slept on that side of the bed to this day. After seeing Spider-Man, the first one with Tobey Maguire, I found 3 spiders in my house that night. One of the best trips I ever went to was Scotland and England. I really live by the philosophy, cry with the truth, opposed to smile with a lie. I don't really keep how I feel to myself. I let it all out there because I think that's the most respectful thing I can do to someone. When I was younger, my bedroom walls were covered in pyramids with glitter, and it was just a phase I was going through, which leads me into my next fact. I used to want to be an Egyptologist. I am extremely self-conscious about my forehead. I do not like my forehead. It is a 6-finger forehead, and if they had this, I would get a forehead reduction. When I start reading a good book, I am unreachable. I firmly believe that the best show on television that has ever come into existence is Lost. I'm a die-hard Lost fan. I actually named my dog Benjamin Linus after one of the main characters, Benjamin Linus, who to me is one of the greatest characters of all time. Absolute favorite color is blue. My mother is Mexican and Irish, and my dad is Irish, so that makes me Mexican and Irish. I absolutely love planning. I went to a Catholic school in grade school, and growing up I got in a little bit of trouble. From kindergarten to 3rd, I want to say, I ended up in the principal's office twice. Once because I had a Yamagata and they were no longer allowed apparently, and I was in the principal's office explaining to the principal why I had a Yamagata. I guess Yamagata symbolized the devil, I don't know. The second time was because my grandmother had given me little gold earring like hoops, and I don't mean like big hoops, I mean little ones that barely hung down. I mean super little, because I think I was in 3rd grade. And I didn't take them off because my mom told me not to, because those were from my grandmother. So the principal asked me why I would wear those to school. And I didn't know what to say because they're just earrings. But when you go to a Catholic school, that's what happens. I have gotten sun poisoning at least 3 times in my life. I have sprained my ankle over 10 times. The number one thing that I believe in this world is being true to myself. If I could do one thing or be really good at one thing, it would be dancing. I am so ungraceful. When I was 9, I was on the Disney cruise. We were stuck in a hurricane. It was called Hurricane Irene. I think it was like a class 3 hurricane, so it wasn't horrible, but I do remember them telling us that they had beams that stretched out on the cruise, and if those beams weren't there, we would have capsized. And I remember looking out my little like circle window of where we were staying, and the waves were so high, and I later learned that they were like over 40 feet. Pretty big. So yes. My 16th birthday, I spent 3 months prior with some friends learning the exact dance to Dirty Dancing, and a little bit from Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, that's the second one, and then a song from Moulin Rouge we choreographed. So I performed all of that with the same friend that I asked to homecoming, and it was amazing. So that was the one time I was able to dance. I don't think it was graceful at all, but I did pull it off. My first year being on the speech team at my college, we went to a maximum security prison in New York, and we were doing research because we were reenacting the documentary What I Want My Words to Do to You by Eve Ensler, and she went into these prisons and gave these women a voice to explain their events, to just be able to write and speak, and then famous actresses would come in and read their work on stage for them, and it was really beautiful. So we got to meet some amazing women, and the woman that I was with she was a murderer, and she was in there for I think 23 years or so, but she was an amazing woman, an amazing inspiration. She really had a hard life, and I think that It was an experience that I would never ever change. One of my absolute favorite things to do with my friends is to watch scary movies. I am still obsessed with the Disney movies. All of them. My middle name is Amalia. I am a professional photographer. I love roller coasters. Me and my one brother, we live together, and what we always do, well, he starts it and then I kind of gotta do something back. He always scares me. He sneaks up on me when I'm like coming out of my room or turning the corner. Always scares me. Always puts a really big fake plastic like tarantula in my bed. Oh, I hate that because I don't even like that thing. But yes, I always get him back. Me and one of my best friends, what we do is we go to the store. Anytime we go to like Best Buy or some type of store with furniture in it, we always pick out like our dishwasher and our stove. We would go and we'd always add up how much, and we were like, okay, this is how much we need. And it was just, it's the funnest time. I really do not like bullies, and I really don't like bystanders. A while back, I tried to have a personality and just be like Pam from The Office. It didn't work out too well. I love dressing up and getting ready. I believe that sometimes I actually like getting ready more than the actual event I'm going to. Okay, last but not least, I have 2 tattoos. I have one on my ankle that I got when I was 18 with my mom. It says Faith, and it has a moon and a star. My other one, I got it when I was 21 when I went to Ohio University, and my mom came, and it says, far from who I once was, but not yet who I will be. And I think it's a really beautiful quote that I really want to live by, and it shows me where I've come from and how far I'm gonna go, so I really like it. Okay, so that was 50 random facts about me. I hope that gave you more of an insight as to who I am, and maybe that will bridge the gap between strangers. So please let me know any interesting facts about you, leave them down below, any things that we have in common. It would be great to get to know you guys. So until my next video, bye!